I didn't watch a single video for 6 days. No YouTube, no Instagram, just deep work. And I did this when I was about maybe 6 days away from moving back home, which is where I am now. And I knew things were going to get messy, and I felt like I had been feeling a bit messy as well. And so I figured I'd give myself a challenge to just not consume anything. And I mean anything, like not a single video. And it was really fascinating to me because what ended up happening is that I spent about 10 hours every single day just working, right? And I track the time that I sit down working at my laptop on content creation, like I am creating content now, but even game development as well. And afterwards, right, the most important thing, after those 10 hours, I didn't feel burnt out. I felt great, right? I felt great and I felt super clear. Yeah, felt a bit tired, but I felt good about it, right? Because obviously I'd gotten work done. But most importantly, I think for me at the time, it was also a fact that I was working on something that I was genuinely interested in. Now, why did I actually stop content entirely? Now, I'm not saying content is bad at all, right? I've been consuming a bit more content sort of lately, and that has helped in various bits, but I'm obviously very conscious about it. But what really helped was that I was able at that time just to switch off everything that was coming in. And I think this is a problem which I see in myself sometimes, but also, a good few people which I chat with where we're so focused on trying to take more stuff in, feeling that there's something out there that we just don't know that when we learn it's going to make a big difference. Which there's stuff out there which I've learned online, which has helped, whether it reinforced a belief or broke one. But when it comes to outputs in terms of working on things that you are genuinely interested in, I found toning down that content creation, toning down the inputs you're taking in and that your brain is having to process, and just focusing on the outputs is so, so important. And I saw this when creating content like this and developing video games. Because I thought, well, you know what? I know pretty much exactly what I need to do, right? Right. I don't need a crazy strategy or whatever, right? For the content creation I'm making with this, it's like, okay, I'll just make the titles, make the thumbnails, record the videos, edit and schedule. That's it. I'll do that every single day, right? And I pretty much did that, right? For those 6 days, I made about 2 videos every day, scheduled them in advance, right? And now I'm at a point where I'm just making 1 video or sometimes 2 videos a day, schedule them in advance. I don't have this, really elaborate strategy. I'm not overthinking it. I'm just outputting. Same with the game development. For reference, I develop my video games with AI, right? I use ChatGPT. I had no real strategy. And to this point, I'm still just, I don't know, I guess maybe winging it. I'm just learning as I go. But I'm just outputting, right? I'm just outputting. I'm just doing what I can. And that's what I did, on those 6 days before I moved back. And it felt great, right? Because I didn't really feel like deep down, I really just knew that I didn't need anything more. I just needed to output. Now, I do think that there is a point where, sure, you can output lots, but then at some point or another, it can benefit from taking information in. But I think most guys that I speak to and that I see are more on the side that where they consume too much and output too little. So, really, what I want to just sort of communicate with this video is not to say that you should also do the same thing that I did, but more so that you should start aiming to consume less or at least more meaningfully and output more. Now, if you want to try, it doesn't have to be 6 days, could literally be like 3, 4 days where you just don't consume anything, right? Just pick one thing that perhaps you want to work on and just start working on that, right? For me, it was just creating content and developing video games. And just find something you are actually interested in doing and just do something, right? I think a lot of people they wanna feel super prepared. They don't want to put their time into something where they don't know they're going to get the outcome they want. But at the same time, it's like it's putting your time into something actually experimenting, finding out things, finding what things are working and what's not that really makes a difference. For example, with this YouTube channel, it's like, well, I think about maybe 3 weeks ago from recording this video, I was at like 10, 12 subscribers. Now, recording this video, I think I'm like 46, and my watch hours have increased. And most importantly, I've actually got some really nice comments so far. And it's like, I didn't have a strategy. I really don't. I still don't really have much of a strategy at the moment, right? I'm just outputting. And that's what matters. Don't overthink it. Don't worry so much about having everything in order. Just start controlling those inputs, reducing those inputs coming in, and just start outputting more. Output something that's meaningful to you, and you'll start to see a difference.